I don't care about latest news. Oh, it's annoying. Go away. Stop blinking. Alright. Um, is it up now?
I will tell you in 1 second. It says loading video for
We've,
me.
we've dropped 0 frames currently.
Well, thank you.
Yeah,
That's really our biggest concern right now.
yeah. Well,
I mean, it is, a
it
thing.
is a concern.
It is a concern, but I see it. Whoa.
What?
Are you capturing like two different regions of the screen or something?
Oh, give it a second. I don't know why it's doing that.
Because yeah, it's like it looks good, like it's moving good, but it's misaligned right in the center. It's
I've never
like
seen it do that before.
it looks pretty silly.
Why the
Like I
hell?
mean, look, it's the frame rate's good, the quality's good. It's just like
Why is it doing that? Yeah, because I don't see that in my preview window.
oh, there we go.
Did it fix it?
Looks good now. Yeah,
Okay, that's retarded.
yeah, that was that was
Yeah,
pretty silly. I don't think I've ever seen that.
yeah. Hopefully you're getting recorded. Okay.
Let me see. Hold on. Yes, I am. Okay. Hello. We're finally here.
Yay. Okay. Let's just use XSplit for now on, because like
Yeah.
I had no luck with anything else, even though XSplit is evil and costs money, not open source software.
Uh, I think we might I don't know. Re-greetings, yes, re-greetings to everyone. Our stream is finally up. It only
Okay.
took about 20 minutes.
Yeah, we got the magic down now. I think
The magic.
the
Yeah.
magic. All right. I guess I should start with what people came to see, which is I forgot what that was.
Very stuff.
Oh yeah, that's true. Um, okay.
One of us has to pay attention to these things.
Yeah. Okay. So the stream's gonna be a little behind, but I'll just start showing off
It's
Yuri.
not. It's actually not too far behind.
Okay. So people have seen her before. What we've done is gone through and added more visible color placeholders. Just it makes things a lot easier to test because you can actually see what the character is doing as opposed to like a scribbly little line on some of these moves, which you can see.
Yeah.
Um,
It's a lot of it. I mean, I was actually thinking about it a little bit, like why that was, and it's
yeah,
not just due to the like it isn't just due to the fact that the thin lines are hard to see. It's actually a lot of the fact that color and silhouette is a lot of what makes up character design.
yeah.
So when you see, even if it's a blobby Uri or a blobby Poco, seeing them fight each other, you can actually see it and like mentally accept it as that character in an unfinished state as opposed to just a scribble.
Okay.
So
All right. I guess the first thing I could kind of show is well, I guess I should explain Uri's kind of original design direction, which was she was going to be a little bit inspired by Command Dash characters, where she would Command Dash in, something like that, and you press a button and something else happens, right? Kind of like Jam or
Guy from
Guy, yeah,
Street
Guy,
Fighter, Maki in
yeah.
CVS2, which is basically just Guy with boobs and a tonfa.
But yeah, the new take on it was going to basically be she could do it in the air too, like she'd have like Command Dashes in the air and that kind of thing. But I really didn't like the gameplay. We tested it a lot, so we kind of started from scratch and simplified her. Um, and for a little while, she was pretty simple. I mean, she had a fireball and stuff, and then we kind of like took her direction more towards some vampire savior characters like Morgan and you know, she was being more inspired by Eno. But the fact that she like didn't have she didn't have a normal ground dash. She had an Eno style where she would go into the air, and it basically made her ground space control really bad. So we just given her a normal ground dash and that kind of thing. But we've been trying to figure out like what we can do that's interesting with the character and stuff. So I kind of wanted to bring back her command dashes, but now they don't actually go into anything. They're just tools for spacing and rush down. So I guess I'll show off the first one. So the first one is just a version of her old ground to air dash, which she brings you up in the air. It's a lot like Eno's ground air dash. We may limit the height more than it is, less than it is now. But yeah, that's the first one. So she can kind of do things that are like Eno-like, so she can hop. So yeah, it's not too fast, so it's not gonna be entirely impossible to block the overhead. I definitely limited the height on once you can activate a move. So that's the first one. So you can go, yeah, you can do a quick overhead. You don't really get a combo off that necessarily, but you can follow it with like a projectile. So yeah, she has Morgan's projectile essentially, her soul fist in the air and on the ground. That may change, of course. But yeah. So another thing about her is though she has 2 air dashes. So I kind of like that about Milia and Dizzy. And this character is actually slightly inspired to me by Dizzy. I mean, not only the color is kind of similar, but just the air-based movement and
How are the colors
projectiles.
similar to Dizzy?
Isn't Dizzy blue and yellow and white?
She's got like a black leather outfit, blue hair, and yellow ribbons.
Yeah. So I mean, like, okay,
I get like
yeah.
I guess maybe like
Yeah.
there is blue, yellow, and white, but
okay, let's say Milia then, because she's like blue.
yeah, I can definitely I can see more Amelia and Kai
Okay.
than Dizzy.
Yeah. Well, any case, so yeah, she has 2 air dashes, and the back one's slightly diagonal and the front one's slightly diagonal. You can cancel them like normal air dashes. They have all the same properties. You have a minimum height at which you can do them, so you can kind of do tri dashes. Not extremely tri dashy, but just a little bit. Yeah, still adjusting the height on things. And that's like her normal air dashes. And then she has a normal back dash. And there are other command dashes. Okay, so she has 2 more command dashes. Yeah, I kind of want to replay a little bit like Magneto. That's another character I play. So yeah, she'll have a move that's kind of like Magneto's, I guess. I mean, already like kick right now is kind of like Magneto's kick. But anyway, her other command dashes are quarter circle back K right now, which is subject to change. So instead of it'll move her back a little bit. She doesn't have that much of diagonal, but she can kind of use it like Morgan's, I think it's double jump or super jump back. But anyway, she can do that. So basically, she gets 2 air dash options. You can use any of her command dashes combined with any of the air dashes. So she can dash forward and then fly back. And the command ones are all controllable, so you can release them at any point. So the back one, you can do that, and you won't go very far. But you can do things like stop your momentum, like so with that. And so yeah, you can do cool stuff like that, tricky stuff. So one thing we want for her is like to be accessible. So there's a lot of tools that you can use her right off the bat. So even if you don't really get how to use the movement tools, you can use her fireballs and and she actually has an uppercut.
Isn't that like the same speech I was? you took my words, man.
From when?
When we were talking about Morgan in Marvel 3, how we how we were saying like we were talking about what I meant when I was saying she was easy to use. And it was just funny because I'm like, wait a minute. That sounds familiar, but I distinctly remember not Zymax saying that.
Oh, so this guy asked if we're going to use GGPO. We currently actually have our own rollback netcode that works the same way that GGPO works. We could easily integrate GGPO. I haven't looked into it. I don't know about the details of the library, but basically it works the same. And we already have that in the game. Alright, so yeah, so she has her command dashes that she can control. She can do it in the air and she can do it in the ground. And she has one more that just takes her straight down. I don't know if we'll keep that one or not, but it's kind of neat. You can use it and, you can use it and go straight down. So just change your momentum, basically. No, it's our own netcode. I'm actually working with a guy named Mauve who worked on Rollcaster and those. code bases. He's kind of helped me out on that. And if you ever use that, it's pretty damn good netcode. But it is written from scratch, essentially. So, um, Shinsua says maybe it's worth a stop rather than a dash down. Maybe. Um, we're still playing with ideas. Nothing set in stone right now. Um, these new
Yeah, she doesn't even have like an actual placeholder sprite
yeah
for like any of those moves. It was just like it's all the mechanics of it that we're playing with right now. Like they're just reused
yeah
frames for other concepts. Yeah, and that's going to require like playtesting and
yeah. Lewis
lots of
Cipher
playtesting.
asks, "Are you using your own engine?" Yes, this is a brand new engine that I've written from scratch. Um, so another cool thing we actually added this weekend is actually something we're experimenting with. I do not know if we're going to keep it. Is another type of projectile. I've always wanted to give Uri something that had kind of the same properties as Jetta's spinning wheel attack. I don't know what it's called, but it basically lets him, put it out there and control a little bit of space. So this one is actually inspired by that and Bridget's Punchy Bear.
Punchy Bear.
What is it? Yeah, it locks on and then it turns into a teddy bear and punches people. But
Rupert. Wait, Rupert? Is that the bear's name?
I don't remember.
I can't
No, the
remember.
Rupert's from Family Guy. But
No. What?
anyway,
What's
so
Bridget's?
so this is the move. It's basically a lock on and they can.
Rock on.
Yeah. So basically, you hold down the button and you can release it at any
Roger.
point.
That was it.
Yeah, Roger.
Okay.
So you can release it at any point and then it activates. Um, and there's a limit on it. Obviously, I think it's like 3 seconds right now, and then it automatically activates. And if you hit her before it activates, it gets turned off, of course, or it just doesn't activate. So, I mean, you can use it as basically a zoning tool. She only gets one projectile at a time right now, so if I throw that out, I can't do the other thing. But yeah, but you can do cool stuff like that. Um, Currently, it is not as broken as it looks because because the lock-on speed is so slow. If they're standing still, it just easily catches up to them. But if they're moving, it doesn't really. But yeah, I mean, if you can knock, the thing is, you want to probably like knock down and throw it out there. Um, Sorry. So, and then you can put it on as. So yeah, you can do all that cool stuff. Let's see. The game has ground teching left and right only if they get hit in OTG. So if you have a hard knockdown, they can't tech, but it works like Guilty Gear. So yeah, if you hit them out of OTG, they can tech, and they shouldn't be teching that low. I need to look at that. Yeah, so they get knocked down, hard knockdown, get knocked down, you hit them, they get tech. Let's see. So yeah, I mean that's the main changes. We're playing around with different normal ideas right now, so you'll see there's a lot of placeholders. Of course, these are all one-frame placeholders that we use to just test this, the shape of the hitbox and that kind of thing. Yeah, I guess I should just ask anybody have any questions about it, or else I'm just gonna kind of screw around here and demonstrate some stuff.
Is there late tech in the air? Boomer asks.
You can, so you can control your tech at any point. So this game works like Persona. You hold the button down to tech. So you can, yeah, at any point you can press the button and it will tech after air hit stun is done with. And the game actually has an air hit stun meter. You can see, I paused the game. Under the 6, that's the meter that actually shows how much hit stun you have left. So when that goes to 0, they can tech. So I can frame step here just to demonstrate it. So yeah, when you see it go to 0, they will tech. There they go. Will meaties interrupt wake up specials in the super? Well, that will depend. Depend on the super and depend on the reversal attack. Some will have hitboxes at certain frames that make it possible to meaty. Some won't. But just expect it to work a lot like Guilty Gear meaties. So again, but that's all subject to change. It's not gonna. They probably won't be as invulnerable. As vulnerable as SNK style, but again, they'll be like on a case by case basis. We do have plan to have like X moves, but they're not going to be just powered up versions of other moves. They'll just be moves that require meter, basically. So a lot like Vampire Savior's ES moves, or is it in that game? I always forget which one's the
Oh, I
original
can't
moves.
remember
Yeah, it's
now.
either ES or EX, and I just
Yeah,
always mix up to it. I think it's ES, but that way we can control the pacing of the game using meter.
that idea says they are in fact ES.
Oh, yeah, that's what I thought.
Yeah,
Oh no,
but yeah, because it's the same thing. Because in Street Fighter they're EX moves, but it's like,
yeah.
and the name is just so ridiculously similar.
Well, no, so there's ES and EX, right? So like EX are basically Vampire Savior's super moves, is what I mean. That's what I'm talking about. Where
Yeah,
basically you don't have this big super background thing going on. It's just like a quick original move, like Tenraiha, for example. So basically, there's no cinematic, there's no super freeze. That's the idea, because I want the game to, the pacing to stay constant, right? I don't want there to be GameStop cinematic super. Okay, you can restart the match now, guys. So yeah, I mean, I'm definitely looking at that for future moves. We don't have any right now that do that, but or that just require meter, but it won't be too long until we have them.
yeah.
If I sound a little tired, guys, I am very tired and haven't ate dinner yet because I was trying to get this stream to work for the last hour or so. And all right, let's see.
Yeah, a big thing to us. Actually, before we started really working on the game, I believe I brought it up first. Is that I said I don't want Street Fighter 4 supers.
Yeah,
So,
yeah,
you know,
ultra. Yeah.
if you're not really a fan of those, then you're in luck.
Well, you mean the
I'm
ultra?
not either.
Yeah, you're probably referring to the ultras, though, right?
Just in general,
Yeah.
like,
Well,
but yeah, definitely the ultras more so than
yeah.
the supers. But yeah, you should make a
Huh.
tweet that the stream is live. I posted on my Tumblr and
Oh yeah, I
link.
can tweet it out though, but yeah, I'm very bad about promotion.
He is.
Yeah, let me do that. I always forget
10
about that.
minutes in, you know, it's okay.
Yeah, I already shut off stuff. Let's see. I forgot because we were trying to get everything working.
Yeah.
Um,
ETA for release date on PC is
sometime
little-
2014 maybe.
yeah, we're hoping for sometime 2014. Um, you won't be seeing a Kickstarter or anything like that anytime soon. We are looking into a bunch of different funding options.
Oh.
As far as DLC characters go, the plan right now is we want to make it as complete a game as we can, like the first time around, and then if there's more interest, more demand, then work on DLC stuff. But as far as right now, we're not really planning on making any sort of DLC.
So yeah, DLC actually requires a lot of planning during the development of the game,
Yeah,
which we would be capable of, supporting it, but we wouldn't be working on anything that would become DLC later, right? Everything we would work on would go into the game unless it wasn't finished.
yeah,
Um, I don't know if I don't really think I want to do kind of a la carte characters. There may be other DLC things like um, color edit, palette packs or something that would not affect the gameplay. I don't want people to have to buy their favorite character, right,
yeah.
separately. So I just
And plus, like, I mean, definitely something you get is like,
Yeah.
adding a character is a huge thing for a
Yeah.
fighting game. I mean, like, we're fighting game fans from way back. Back when you didn't really get like you didn't so much get DLC. You got a new version of the arcade machine, and
Yeah.
they would add the balance fixes and the new characters. So I
Well,
mean, that's really far off because we want to make a complete a complete game the first time. But
yeah, so I want the game to be a complete package, basically. So when you go to tournament, you don't end up playing on a machine that doesn't have your character. I don't want a Jill and Shumagarath situation, right? So
yeah. Right now, the throws are 2 buttons. That could change. That's just what
Yeah.
we're currently using.
yeah, they're 2 button. There's throw breaks, and the difference though, there's no throw startup. There's one. Well, there's one frame of startup basically. Um, and that's to avoid option select situations, right? Like in Guilty Gear, you can option select throw with either the heavy, which is kind of the natural option select that would happen, and um, or any of the normals that are weaker than heavy. Most people go with punch, and you could option select it with burst.
Yeah, I like two button throws myself, but
Um, yeah, I mean, I actually personally prefer one button throws, but I can see the argument. I'm really kind of understanding the argument that yeah, it does add option select situations, and that it
yeah.
happens in Guilty Gear a lot. And depending on the character, you
Oh
have
yeah.
to basically, if you want to beta throw, you have to hope that their heavy isn't standing heavy slash isn't good. And I play Faust, and Faust standing heavy is a amazing option select because it usually hits people out of any kind of bait they're trying to throw, or yeah, any kind of punish they're trying to enact after a bait.
Man, she is looking really cool with this new stuff. In I
Yeah,
just gotta say, because like a lot of this is stuff I haven't seen, so like in
yeah,
action.
yeah. So a lot of this stuff is actually put in this week.
Yeah,
um,
a lot of it was put in like today.
yeah. So we're probably gonna go through like another month or two of just probably maybe a month of working out move designs for her, and at some point we'll start full animation. It's really whenever our other character designer and animator Pass gets the time, because he's in New Zealand right now and he does contract work and that kind of thing. So we're still kind of working that out. Spike here is animating other things.
Yeah, I'm currently I'm mostly working on just trying to clean up Poco's stuff a little more, get rid of some of the older placeholders, so she at least
Yep.
looks more complete, and so it's less work I have to do, in the long run for cleaning up stuff.
So I should point out that on May 11th, I think it is, we will have an invitational tournament at Arcade Legacy in Cincinnati, Ohio. We'll be showing off We'll be showing off more characters than what we're showing off now. They'll be playable there, and so finally you'll actually get the chance to see real matches. Um, I will be picking the people, so hopefully I can get them a copy of the game early on so they can practice. And that tournament is, let me see when that is. I think it's May 11th.
I thought it was a little later than that.
I think I swear it's May 11th. Hold on. It's Old School Onslaught. Yeah, it's called Old School Onslaught. It's May 11th, and will be, I don't know what time is the tournament for us. We don't have a set time yet, but we will be there. I'll post a link to it.
Yeah, he'll actually promote that.
So yeah, yeah. Please look forward to that so you can see more characters. I mean, they'll all kind of be in this state where they have placeholders, but they will be fully playable. Hopefully, near complete as far as what we want the moves to be. Um, but again, yeah, still in development. uh,
Yeah, just
yeah,
three people, just three people working on a game like this is very interesting.
you know,
It's for me. I'm like I don't want a whole lot of people right now. I definitely couldn't. I couldn't handle two paws. I'm telling you that right now. One hand is enough. He's a great guy, but yeah, two paws.
chance of hybrid grappler characters, a la Alex from Third Strike. Yeah, I like Alex, so
I actually like Alex
yeah.
too. So
So there's a good chance. Like I think, yeah, there will be like grapple characters that have mobility. Um, of course, they're not going to take off half of your life when they throw you. So, and we'll probably have a traditional grappler too.
yeah,
Slow moving tank with a bit of auto guard possibly, or super armor. Yeah. So that's pretty much all I got that's new. I think when we do these streams, I want to find someone who wants to play against me online because we do have net play, and get them good at the game so the game looks cool with multiple people playing.
that would be pretty fun.
Yeah.
I actually, yeah, I really want to do an Idol character. Virgil and Yuzuriha are actually the two. Two of the three reasons I want to do a character like that. The third being Sam from Metal Gear Rising,
Yeah,
because
that's more.
oh man, he is. Wait, weren't you actually talking about at one point? I mean, I guess this is okay to say because it was just like a concept where you were like, you wanted to do like a samurai type of character, like not a strictly Ido character,
Yeah,
where they were like, where you like hold a button after certain moves or something.
it's been a while. I mean, it was
I
just one of
because
the concepts we're throwing around, but
I think you said something like that because when I was playing as Sam, I'm
yeah.
like, holy crap, that's exactly how he works. Like
Oh,
his like yeah, like anytime you hit triangle for him, he sheaths the sword, and depending on what moves you did before that, a different one comes out.
oh,
Yeah, it's pretty fun. I definitely got to give you my stuff so you can check them out. But
yep. But so kind of the purpose too of having these streams is I'll show you guys these design changes, and we'll just would like to listen to your feedback. I know you don't have a chance to really play the game right now, so it's kind of hard to make any kind of judgments. But we will definitely keep things you say in mind and go in and make changes based on those. Depending whether or not it conflicts with actually what we want to do. Uh,
yeah, I mean, yeah, like granted, everyone's input is useful, but like there's only
we can't take everybody's idea.
yeah.
um, yep. So yeah, I think what else? I'm not being very creative with the combos right now, am I?
It's cool. You got to talk, so it's
Yeah.
understandable.
And
The bar below the health is basically it's a guard gauge. Visually, it doesn't really do anything right now.
yeah, it's not activated.
Yeah, and the HUD, by the way, is completely placeholder. It's something we threw together like
For
like
an for
20
an
minutes
event.
because
Yeah.
the other one was just like literally just bars, and it looked really ugly. So
Yeah, it's just floating bars, right?
yeah, it looked like real. I mean, this still looks to me. It looks like not finished bars. Although it actually
Yeah.
kind of reminds me of a little bit of a Third Strike and SBC Chaos's.
Really.
Yeah, just
Oh,
because they were really simple like that. They
oh,
were just like white rectangles, basically. Oh, the Third Strike was a little more like had some like curves and stuff in it, but just
yeah. I think. Yeah, I want to be a little more interesting in this and kind of fit the theme of the game.
yeah. Oh yeah, definitely. I want it to be like this could definitely work for a game, but I'm not seeing it working for this game. So.
Yeah. So
lol SBC chaos. I agree with that. SBC chaos is a game, all right. It was definitely a game. It was definitely programmed. I think that's all that needs to be said.
yeah, our local arcade actually had Third Strike, and the owner there bought SVC Chaos and put Third Strike in the back room. Like,
Oh,
yeah, and I don't know if you know anything about that game. Well, I mean, you do,
I do.
you do. But the most frustrating thing to me is like I wanted to check out all the characters, and the character select it lasts like like 5 seconds maybe. So you put in your quarter, and it's like, oh crap, I don't want to play Mars guy, whatever that
Yeah,
dude is.
the Morse gun for Metal Slug. I love that. Oh man, I like playing with him because he was really silly. But
Yeah,
oh yeah, that's right. Because it didn't just let you select the characters.
yeah,
You had to do like the little secret codes.
yeah.
Oh man. And I remember even on the home version, they made you do that, and it was like, like why would you do that? Like a home version of the game.
Yeah. So a lot of this stuff is tentative as far as actually being in the game, or the way that they work now may change. Um, I'm actually taking the game up to Arcade Legacy on Saturday to have people play it, just so I can get real fighting game players' feedback. Currently, there's not really anybody in my town that plays fighting games actively, at least not 2D fighting games. So I have to travel to get people to test or go online,
It's
which
all for
is
the passion and the love. And
yeah, that's one of the reasons I actually implemented GDPO style, rollback netcode, so I can have like local multiplayer matches over the internet, because I don't think the game is really testable unless you have that, you know, it's not very practical to lockstep, slow down base netcode and input delay and actually balance the game. I don't think that it's going to be possible. So, um,
Yeah, this happened a little while back in the chat, but yeah, Balrog or Boxer, uh, if you want to call him that, in STC Chaos. I've actually I heard this rumor too,
mhm.
and I checked it myself. Yeah, a lot of his frames match up perfectly with Heavy D's. He's pretty much a trace over of Heavy D for a lot of his moves.
Hey, Spike, can you answer some questions? I'll be right back.
Sure, yeah, I'll take anything.
All right.
I should have said he should put up a little funny animated GIF. So people, well, we'll put up a funny animated GIF next time. But yeah, he's out doing a thing, probably getting some well needed prime cut steaks. So I can definitely answer anything right now. Well, not anything, most things. I'll answer anything I can, which is hopefully things relevant to the game. All of Shobu Games is paid in sticks. Only Zynak actually gets the sticks. Paz and I, we get locked in a cold room. We're told to do pixel art for 23 hours a day. 30 minutes of that is allowed for us to eat one package of ramen. We don't get any hot water or anything. We just have to eat it, the just raw ass noodles. The next 30 minutes is devoted to sleeping. A lot of times our sobs keep us up at night, so we just have to go for the next full day after that. I know none of us are paid yet. This is all just for the passion of making this sort of game right now. Um, how long have we guys been making sprites? So we've been working on this about a year now. Um, and I mean not just the content in the game. I mean working on talking about it, getting together. It's been about a year. Sprites aren't. I don't know the sprite process we have. I'll have to show it off sometime in the future. It's pretty straightforward. It is pretty much a dream project, so yeah, for a lot of us, for Zynek definitely, and for me definitely as well. We're big Guilty Gear fans. We like crazy fast-paced games in general. Um, so it's a really great opportunity, and it's been a blast so far. You get to be in the room where he's still at this. No, we don't get to be in his meat locker. His meat locker is far too large a room for us, although the room we're locked in is just as cold. Uh, hmm. Probably not a good, as far as fan-made designs, I don't think we do something like that. Although, I do kind of want to do a couple things take suggestions for types of characters and design. Well, I guess that would kind of be a design contest then if you're taking like the Darkstalkers thing where people came up with suggestions and someone designed from that. There's nothing like set in stone, but I do want to get some cool community based stuff like that. For the visuals. I mean, of course, we do have a direction we want to go in. We're not going to just let uh, the direction of the game be just randomly decided by silly internet polls that people can rig and stuff. But I do definitely want to. Well, we in general with this project do want to bring it out early, show it to people. That's why we're doing these streams and stuff now, so people can see it early on. We do work like the Chinese, yes. Uh, yeah, yeah. There is a bit of a theme right now. We are you know looking at this gameplay first. So there's some plot elements, etc., that are worked out, but a lot of it is gameplay first, and a lot of reason for that is I don't want to have a character that's integral to some plot that can't be changed, and then find out it's a boring type of move set or whatever for them, and so it's For me, it's still like a bit of a learning process, but we have done a lot of our actual design process. Making sprites harder than using 3D models. For most people, yes. 3D is, industry wise, it's a lot easier than working with 2D sprites for us. It's just because of where our skill levels are at and like what we're a lot easier.
All
Going
right, I'm
actually
back.
back in the middle of a question.
Okay.
So at one point, actually, we were considering if you're familiar with KOS 12 and 13 or Blaze Boost methods of you're breathing pretty heavily into your mic.
It's in the wrong location.
Yeah. um, yeah. So Blaze Blue and KOF they use 3D models and then trace over them, sort of rotoscope them for the. I almost said like like rotoscrotum or something.
That's not good.
That's not good. Sort of rotoscope a 3D model for the sprites, and we were thinking of doing that, but when we'd actually gotten in, when I started doing concept animations, it turned out just doing straight up 2D was a lot faster for us than trying to build up, a skill level in 3D to be able to animate in a way that would make the sprites, quicker to produce. You'll notice Poco's weapon is 3D, and that's just for consistency issues. Because like with a weapon, it's pretty much a static object for the most point. Like you'll see it from different angles, but it's not going to be moving around like a character like Poco, like her coat and her hair would need to. So for things like weapons and large mechanical parts, we're probably going to be using similar technique to Blaze Boost, just again for consistency, and in that case, definitely for speed. Because drawing that scythe, I can tell you right now, takes quite a while.
Yeah, you brought it on yourself, man. You put too much detail in it.
I did, but it's so cool, and people were coming over to see just because they saw the picture of this. So when we went to PAX, we have a poster that I actually have in my room right now that has Poco with the scythe, and the scythe, like we hung it up pretty high, so you could definitely see the scythe from a while away, and people were coming over to the booth because they're like, I saw that weapon and I needed to see what kind of game this was. So that's pretty cool.
That's pretty cool. I
Yeah.
didn't realize that. I know there's
Oh
some.
yeah, I had a couple people come to me and say that. Yes, there will be male characters. We are working on one now.
You know, so I think we definitely have two, or could we say more that we're working on right now?
You're really gonna make me think
Wink,
up.
wink, 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 nudge, nudge, huh?
You're really gonna make me think up some moves for that one concept, aren't you?
You need to.
I know. It's so like I like they look so cool, but I'm like, crap. How is it gonna? But no, I'll do something.
Or you're gonna have my drawings, and that's
Oh,
always gonna
oh no
be.
no no no. Do you actually have the Oh, we should use so the sword character. I'll phrase it like that we have.
Sword. Well, you're already.
No, I'm just phrasing. I sword is the most vague thing I could possibly say.
Okay.
Okay, so and I'm using this to say to you, the sword character that we have. When we reveal sword character, we should totally like the first teaser image we do of that should be the placeholder that you made. Do
You
you
got.
remember the one?
Yeah, 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 yeah.
Yeah. It's the greatest. Like before we show that character off, just like show that image.
Yeah.
We are gonna have. We're looking for 8 to 12 characters for this because that seems to be a good number for like the first game of the series, quote
Yeah.
unquote. Like an intro. How do I phrase that? Because when I say first game, it makes it sound like we're gonna do sequels.
Yep.
But that
I'll say we have at least 10 concepts right now that we've
oh,
thought about.
there's a lot more than 10 concepts.
Oh yeah, because you haven't.
You're not going to see a lot of them until until we get more of Pogo and the male character done. I'm not gonna. I don't want to worry about them too much. I don't want to start thinking.
And am I gonna be like so blown away by them that like I will require you to stop work on Poco?
I hope
To make-
not.
Okay.
So as far as a joke character goes, and this is just my take on it, I don't want to really reserve a slot for a joke character. I want to
Yeah.
have a character that can be like I want to have characters that are very diverse, you know, visually, attack wise, etc. Personality wise, I do want to have like serious characters and more light. I like Ori, for example, I'd say is a more lighthearted character than Poco, who's very quiet. Though Fernandez himself is pretty lighthearted too. But as far as as much as I like, you know, Dan Hibiki, don't expect a Dan Hibiki. You know, don't expect a character that just pretty much takes up a slot as a, you know, hey, shout outs to SNK for ripping off Street Fighter sort of thing. Because
Yeah, I mean every character will be
I expect more. I'll say,
serious competitive character.
yeah, I'd say expect more a Bang Shishigami than a Dan
Uh,
Hibiki as far as
or
like,
Faust.
or yeah, or a Faust, or you know,
Or a Chip, I guess too. Yeah.
yeah.
Chip is kind of like I think Chip is probably more of like the Dan of Guilty Gear because you know.
He came. He's kind of like the Dan in Guilty Gear, though, not out of like design, but out of like, oh, he's really low tier.
No, I mean no, even his design like right he says like all these Asian words, you know. He says
Yeah, yeah.
sashimi.
Banzai.
Yeah, and he's like supposed to be that kind of like he's not really Asian, but he has a
Yeah,
kind of Asian, yeah, Asianophile.
yeah. I definitely do like that Great Sword commercial. By the way, I if it's the one I'm thinking of, that's a great ass commercial. Poco will probably be the only psych character, yes, because I want to have a lot of variety with the weapon designs.
Yeah, we only have a certain amount of animation budget, you know, or right now it's at zero. But if we ever do have an animation budget, we can only make
so,
so much, you know.
so whoever asked earlier if we were paid in steaks, there's your answer.
Yeah. Um, I sometimes pay myself in steaks if I find a good deal at Kroger, but yeah.
uh,
Lately, I can't make it to Kroger unless it's the weekends or the afternoons, and all the good steak deals are all
I
gone by
like that
then.
you're actually talking about this.
But
Sonic is a man who loves his steaks. You'll come to learn that throughout, you know, following us on these little stream adventures. But yeah, definitely, I would say, you know, from a personal design philosophy standpoint, yeah, don't expect to see a lot of overlap with weapons. Like, if there's, and this is definitely something I have to keep in mind too when I'm designing.
yeah.
Paz actually pointed that out to me. I showed him another concept I was working on, and oh well, no, that would be giving stuff away. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Wow. Giving stuff away, man.
Yeah, well, it was just yeah. Anyway, I did like Necro from Third Strike. He was pretty funny. I like his I like when he wins. Yeah, and his sidekick comes out, and they do that little like thing.
Who?
Necro.
Oh, Necro.
Yeah, yeah. You know when they come out and they sing, they do that really high pitched like.
Please don't do that.
Oh, come on, that is the greatest.
That that character. Is like, oh,
His voice was pretty silly too. He was like Magnum, like
yep.
I like Necro though. I like him.
Blanca Dulcine.
Yeah. Well, see, I like that though, because to me, it makes me go. You know, from a design standpoint, it's like that's cool because he fills these two roles.
Yeah.
And to me, that shows pretty cool design iteration.
Yeah, I mean Guilty Gear does a lot of that, right?
Yeah. Oh
Characters that
yeah.
have
Okay. Yeah.
multiple main mechanics. I mean, simplest one is Faust. You have a trick character and a zoning character all in one.
Yeah. It is cool to see like that, and you love your Faust.
Then you got Persona, which is like everybody's one trick ponies.
Yeah.
Oh, maybe Teddy has a little bit of. Yeah.
You like your Faust and your not Faust.
Yeah.
Penny's as close to
Yeah.
Faust as you're gonna get in that game.
I like how I'm just like trying to make combos on the fly. while I'm talking about this game.
That's what he does all day. He streams. He does this little private stream. So Paz and I have to watch these combos, and then we just cry as we animate more and more frames. But Paz only does that on weekends. My suffering is all week.
Yay, goofy one frame moves. No, they're
Yeah.
not
No,
actually.
it is actually really cool for me. And this is just I'm gonna go off on this for a little bit. So cope with it, nine heck. As far as as an artist and stuff like that, to me, it's really really rewarding to be working on a video game that's so action based because when I'm animating, it's not a whole lot of. It's just like, okay, I need to make this move look like whatever it needs to look like. But then actually seeing it, not just play back in the game, but to see someone use that move, and furthermore to see like how it works into other things, like to see people do combos, to see people figure out, even finding problems with a move. It's really really rewarding because it's actually seeing. To me, it's like a lot of people talk about how they want to see their stuff come to life, and like that to me is the purest form of something you're doing coming to life. Like right now, you're pretty much watching Paz's artwork beat up my artwork, and as sad as that's making me, you had to pick Poco as the training dummy, but
I,
it's really cool to. It is actually really cool to see because I don't think there's really any other opportunity where you'd be able to actually literally see
yeah.
your artwork beat the crap out of someone else's.
Man, you need to animate her hit real frames. Currently, every single one is placeholder, even though they're colored. But
Oh yeah, well, I could do that. Well, see, the thing is, they're colored though. I want to get rid of the other white frames that Poco has first,
yeah, that makes a lot of sense.
just so so when people play, it doesn't look as.
You know, I just want people to get a complete picture of what one character will end up looking like.
Well, that's why I'm
Yeah.
not showing any more concepts yet.
Yeah.
See, there you go. I have those worksheet next time. Pause. It's like, oh man.
Did I? How many hits did I put on? I thought. Oh, okay.
Um,
Oh, I can only put two. I just think for some reason I thought I saw three.
do I have multiple game concepts in mind?
Just
Uh,
focusing on your current work.
oh, as far as like, are there other games we want to do in the future? Of course. I mean, there's always things that are.
Yeah, I would like to do some kind of brawler, possibly like even 2D or 3D. So very similar. Um,
I got this guy started on Devil May Cry and Bayonetta and stuff, and I may have ruined his life.
I can't play a game. It's excessively over and over and over again
Yeah,
unless it's a
no,
fighting game.
he's not like me. Well, one time we were in a Skype call playing EMC4, and he was about halfway through the game, and I was like, "Hold on, let me catch up to you," and I started like from the beginning.
Yeah, you got those speedrun tactics.
I do I have speedrun strats with Dante and that it's called distorted real impact everything.
Man, that's not working as planned. There you go. Mm, I'm terrible at execution on this keyboard.
Oh, Kikimaru's here. Shout outs to Kikimaru.
When people coming in late,
I know. I just have to give proper shout outs to Kikimaru because he's actually here to hear it this time.
yeah. Did he miss last time?
I don't know if he's ever been in a stream before.
Oh, okay. We were supposed to start 4 hours ago. We were supposed to start an hour ago. It was 8 p.m. EDT.
It's Kikimaru though. He probably knew. He probably knew.
Oh,
What he was
okay.
playing. He somehow he could just tell. So we're being asked, will taunts have any gameplay effect like Third Strike? I'm going to say probably not as intense as Third Strikes.
You mean like the taunts?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. I mean, a lot of people ask us that. Um, I'll say there might be characters. Part of the mechanics are like defensive buffs or offensive buffs or other things that may be a character we are working on in the future. But there won't be like taunts won't have any effect probably.
I, 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 I personally don't want to really see anything like Q, where his taunts make. I mean, it's a neat mechanic, but I don't necessarily know if it's a. Yeah, okay, good, good. So we're we're on the same page with the Q thing. All right.
Yeah, they just they thought they were being cute by making Taokaka's taunt actually hit, but it resulted it did so much like air hit stun that you could do these loops with them, and yeah, it's part of why I don't want to do that because the thing is, anything we put in the game that's for the gameplay is going to be deliberate, right? It's going to be balanced, or we're going to do our best to balance it.
Yeah.
Um,
So if there is, a taunt that affects something like that, it's going to be. We're going to make sure it works through sheer force and a lot of tears.
let's see, what can I do? Ooh, okay.
There's totally got to be like a. Oh,
Yeah.
oh man, did you oh yeah. You got the Lucifer weapon in DMC4, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Did you have you used it at all yet?
No, I didn't think it was very
Well,
interesting. Well, I mean, it
well,
looks kind of cool, but
it's not as straightforward. It is interesting if you get to use it more, but there's a move where when you set out the swords, Dante throws the rose in his mouth,
oh,
and people found out the rose actually hits enemies, so you can use the rose to juggle stuff. And I'm like,
wow,
I'm like, man,
wow,
I
that's
really want to have. I've always, ever since I found that out, I've always wanted to have like a character in something where their taunt is they throw a rose that just like like causes like stupid wall bounce or something. It's really funny though in DMC4 because people like put that into their combos, and what's really funny is the description for the weapon actually is very contradictory. For that move, it says, and this is a direct quote. I remember it because it sounds really poetic. It says,
yeah.
"The rose is significant only in its insignificance."
Ah,
But no, it's pretty funny.
I wonder if the person making that was had Dudley in mind.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised actually. Um, if this is Kenju, I'm guessing because your name looks
Kenju,
like
he's by
Kenju.
dude.
I did not see the drawing you made recently. No. Um, I'm terrible at keeping up with people on basically anything. I apologize. Does Ares reticle thing track?
Yeah, yeah. So it does track. That's kind of the whole point. It's basically a target, and you can see if I go full screen, it'll slowly track over there. Um, but once it hits, activates, it stays in the same spot. So yeah, I can release it, and yeah. And there's a time limit on it that's adjustable. Right now, it's I think at 3 seconds before it activates. And if you hit area at any point, um, it will disable the move.
Haas is so gonna want to see this stream. Like you just beating up on Poco and just demonstrating all these new
Yeah.
moves. He's gonna be
Huh.
like,
Is the stream running well? Because like
and it
we've
looks,
had
yeah, it actually looks really good. It looks the best that
with
it has so far. Let me actually.
cool. That's good. I'm really surprised this little computer with
It's not
i3 is actually running it pretty well. Then
yeah, and honestly, the delay is only a couple seconds,
that's cool.
and it's going really, really well. So this is definitely a good setup to keep in mind. And yeah, Shin can confirm that it looks good. Looks good to him. If it looks good to me, it probably looks good to you. My computer
Mm,
is a computer only in the vaguest of terms.
yeah. What do you still got? You don't even have an I. You have an iBook, right? Not even like a power
So it's
book.
a couple people like if they follow me on Tumblr, they might know the picture of it I posted. What I have is I have a 2009 MacBook,
Okay.
and it runs fairly well except for we got a crazy good deal on it when we bought it, and apparently there's a reason for it. Mine acts like a like it's basically a Chinese knockoff. The trackpad pretty much exploded itself up
Exploded itself up.
It's like not even attached to my computer anymore. The keyboard has a key that's just thinks that it's stuck being held down.
Yeah.
So trackpad doesn't work, keyboard doesn't work, and to make this a triforce of hatred, um, the screen doesn't work either. So what I essentially have is a MacBook that is hooked up to an external keyboard, which
Yeah.
is like a GigaWare brand Windows keyboard.
Yeah.
External speakers that I have no idea where they came from. An external monitor, which came with like an eMachines computer, and a
Yeah.
Wacom tablet. So it's pretty hilarious to see this thing and actually go, "Oh my god, that thing runs!" is amazing. So that's my tale of woe for the day. Oh, we got some hitboxes on now.
Yeah.
That's always fun to see. So tell us about these hitboxes. Tell us
Um,
about your hitbox philosophy.
they're
Tell
all.
tell us about how now I noticed is Poco's collision box taller now?
Yeah, yeah. So like you
I was
notice
gonna
like
say, yeah, I remember because we were talking about how short she was, and I was
yeah.
like, just give her antenna a hitbox.
Yeah, basically. Yeah, so she's short, so a lot of things just wouldn't work on her unless I extended her idle
Yeah,
hitbox. Even this is not really working so well on her. Um, yeah. But I might have to raise her push box a little more. I'm trying to keep everybody about the same height though, so most things will work
yeah,
consistently. But they're all adjustable.
yeah. That's cool to see that though, because I
Uh,
remember before, like we had talked about that. Brought up that Carl Clover's hat has a hitbox.
yeah, yeah. I mean, kind of. That's what gave me the idea. I'm like, okay, that's
Yeah,
acceptable.
I wouldn't be surprised if they actually designed him with that hat, just because of that. To be
Y-
honest.
y- You know what? I never thought about that.
There you go. Now you have something
Now Poco needs a hat
oh god,
or bigger antenna.
give
Well, I
Fernandez.
guess Fernandez can get hit because he's a thing,
Yeah,
right?
like if you do have to extend it up a little more, like the
Yeah.
way her sight goes,
I just put
uh,
like, man, if I put like hitbox on the face, it'd be super meaty. That'd be
oh my god, please
ridiculous.
don't do that.
Yeah,
Don't let Paz even hear that.
yeah. She doesn't currently have a turnaround frame, so yeah,
Oh yeah,
they'll make meaties little or crosses a little easier because there's not a turnaround frame right now.
yeah.
That will come at some point.
Hint hint.
Yeah,
I can hear. So the thing is, though, I really do. I want to focus on getting some of the like, especially the
yeah,
crouch and air normals. Getting them done so when people
right.
actually are playing it and looking at the attacks because it looks really jarring to see her
Mhm.
change color.
Yeah.
Put a push log on the side.
And put on debug mode stuff.
Yeah. Oh, Kenju, I do remember this. Wow, we are going way back here.
Put a block box on the side. Yeah. Um, what is this? Should I even click on it?
It's a bit of history. It goes back to remember
Oh, it's
back
like
in
Carl. Yeah.
2000 when you it was part of the 2009 fighting game project. I was
Oh, yeah. You mentioned that thing at some
yeah,
point.
man, that was I do not like how that ended.
Oh, hold on 1 second.
Oh, Zynak flees away. Still doing combos though. That's pretty odd. Oh, now it's not. Okay, it was just stream delay. Um, Odds are he's probably making noodles and they're probably boiling over and exploding everywhere in his house. Because from what I understand, I'm working with suicidal people. Zynek codes while he's cooking, and Paz every other week he gets some sort of major injury. So, you know, and any sort of support we can get is appreciated because I'm not sure how long these two are going to be able to just have these self-destructive lifestyles.
All right, finally got food.
What I say? I knew that's what he was doing.
Who else would randomly be at my door?
So, oh, someone was at your door. Oh, you got a pizza, I
Yeah, I
guess.
got pizza.
Okay, you're not making noodles.
No, 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 no. I didn't have delivery noodles. We don't have that here. I'm sorry.
Um,
Or making. Yeah, I guess I've done that. Yeah, I guess we
Kiki,
can answer questions why I chow
uh,
down.
okay, yeah. So Hikimaru, is that that other character that Paz designed way back? Because if it is, I think that's actually intentional. Um, I think he was telling us where it was. He kind of based her design off of an older design he did. Um, but I can't remember names of anyone's characters worth crap. So yeah, yeah, Zayak was munching away there, but I think he muted down. So I guess he can chime in if he needs to. Oh God, there he is.
What's up?
Oh no, I'm just saying that you can chime in if you need
Oh,
to.
on what?
But if you're just in general,
Well, in general.
yeah.
Well, I'm
Well,
gonna be.
'cause you got the pizza, and we understand here that pizza is a very important thing. Yeah, and we don't always need to hear it. That was really loud.
I just have to hit the mute button on my mic.
Yeah, that's why I was saying you can chime in, like if you know,
Oh
um,
yeah, crunchy.
it is very crunchy. Yes. Okay. So I just had to search through the history of Paz, and yeah, I actually believe that that is one of the characters he was working on before that. He mentioned to us uh, some of Uri's current design was inspired by that, and I could definitely see it. I also remember he was joking about how this project also had like a dark-haired character, and the dark-haired character was more popular than the blonde character. And we were also, saying about yeah, this is definitely the character. Okay, because we were joking about how Poco is going to be the more popular, and there's a lot of silly in jokes
Is
with
this a previous character from that 2009 game you were talking about?
the blonde character.
Yeah.
No, that's something Paz was working on
Oh.
before.
Did he post that publicly?
Yeah, that
Oh.
it's yeah.
Okay. That's cool.
And this was before he was like talking nonsense and stuff. But yeah, he actually he brought up to me. I'm pretty sure you were there too, but yeah, he was joking to me about how there's a helicopter or something outside. I'm gonna shut my window real quick. Wow, it's Black Hawk Down over here. It's a Hind D. So sorry about that. But yeah, from what I understand, that is sort of a reference there, which I think that's pretty funny. I think that's actually pretty cool. A lot of the earlier redesigns, we showed them off once, and they were vastly different because the weapon was different. You know, it wasn't actually Uri to begin with. It was just based off of a rough idea for a character I had had. But I like Uri's final design.
So what's the reference? Sorry.
To that to the thing Kikimaru posted.
Oh.
Uri is Pot said that her design is inspired by this character that he designed before.
Oh. Okay.
Yeah.
I can see it.
Yeah. It's the same hair, same color scheme. I personally think that's pretty neat though. I like little. I've always been a fan of like when you see a design and you can go, okay, I know this artist, did this design.
What is Surroll?
I don't know what that is. If I Google that, will like naughty things come up? Because I hope not. I'm getting like a leg muscle. I'm getting the calf, yeah, and a picture of a dismembered leg. Disgusting. A whip blade, huh? Because I'm getting part of a leg. Let me do weapon. Oh, so Ivy basically from Soul Calibur. My problem with something like that is I wouldn't really know how to do a character like that that wouldn't just be Ivy. Like I feel like Ivy does that weapon crunch, 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 crunch really well. I'm sorry. I apologize, Sonic. But oh, not actually. Well, that's Google was giving me a lot of Ivy stuff, and actually linked to an article that if you have a better reference, definitely show me because I am totally into looking at ideas and like reference stuff for weapons and future designs and such. Yeah, Paz, I do like his artwork a lot, and I can always tell if I'm browsing certain message boards. Someone posts something he did from just a thumbnail. There was an idea for a Wish character. At one point, I did kind of like. I really like the weapon for her. I might not use the design. If anything for that character, I'm gonna tell Paz to make a design based off that weapon because I don't really know what direction to go with it. I want to see if he can come up with something and we can iterate from that because I thought that was pretty neat. Oh, so it's a sword that's like a wacky waving inflatable arm flailing tube man. And no, that's not like a tube like a pool noodle. It reminds me of like one of those foam pool noodles. Like a lot for some reason. Now that I'm looking at it, that's pretty neat. Um, that actually is pretty neat.
Well, let's say we have more weird designs coming. I don't want to say weird, but less conventional. I mean, not that the weapons so far have been conventional.
Yeah,
Conventional plus things on them.
yeah. I mean, I would say for Uri, as for the four that we know that we're working on, Uri probably is the least conventional in the sense that her weapon isn't really based on any sort of real world weapon. The rest have basically real world equivalents, but are strange in some way.
Hmm.
Uh, but I am definitely looking like I do like to have more unconventional stuff.
Didn't Pass kind of design Reed's weapon off of what's it called, Tampas or?
Tantras, I think for some of the ideas, that was a lot of the like the inspiration behind it. I don't know if they were originally inspired by Tantras though, because the original designs were not very Tanfa-like. I have looked at this article, by the way, this Darkstalkers thing. And I really like this article. And yeah, we're again like Darkstalkers is one of those games we really like. So there's a lot of it's definitely something I'm personally trying to play into. A lot of the animations. So far, it's like a lot of Poco stuff is really like straightforward, really slashy. So whereas there is exaggeration with her moves, I'm trying more to make her look like really like just cool with her slashes. So there's not going to be as much exaggeration as a character like say like Sasquatch. Sasquatch is a great example. Lord Raptor is a great example. Um, but yeah, no, I have every single I pretty any game you can name. I have all the sprites from it on my computer, and I have just like for years because I've always liked the artwork that goes into fighting games. Yeah, Talon was actually one of the first things I was showing Paz when we were talking about Tonfas, because I do really like I like Talon a lot. Really mad she wasn't in Soul Calibur 5. Really mad that Soul Calibur 5 kind of like had no support from Namco afterwards. I was really hoping they would add some stuff back into it, but um, see, man, you got a lot of good articles here.
Well,
Yeah, I definitely have. Yeah, Soul Calibur 5 was rough. I think actually at one point they had said even just the story mode only encompassed about like a fifth or whatever of what they wanted to have, and they showed off like a concept art for like these different bosses and stuff. Yeah, it is a shame when that happens, but not a whole lot that can be done about it. But I do like confidence as a weapon. I will say. Um, I'm actually I actually am a big fan of, and this doesn't really say anything, but Zynex still munching away on pizza, so I can yammer on for a little bit more. I'm a big fan of nunchucks, nunchaku, if you want to pronounce it the right way. I don't like when people spell it improperly, but it doesn't matter how to say it. I use them in yeah, I've done martial arts, and they're really fun to use. I'd like to see. There probably won't be a nunchuck character in this. Probably not, unless I can think of something really awesome. It isn't just the Sci-Fung from Bayonetta, which were amazing, or Cerberus from DMC3. But uh, I would like to see a nunchuck character in a game one day that isn't just Maxi from Soul Calibur, for various reasons. Wow, Rave Master, that is we are going way back. Wow. Yeah, I remember that. The thing that bothered me about those gun tonfas, though, is they never looked enough like guns to me. They always just looked too much like tonfas, unless like she got different ones later on. But again, I don't remember Wraith Master too much. That's going a little too far back from my memory. Early 2000s is too far back for me to remember. I'm getting old. Welcome back.
yeah, I'm here. I'm still eating, but I'm here.
Good to know. Good to know.
Yep. So, um, does anybody have any game design related questions or anything else? Because what type of pizza you got? I got deep dish pizza from a place called Jet Pizza here in town. It's pretty good. I got sausage as a topping.
These are the important questions.
Yeah, it's a very important question.
Yeah.
It's very, yeah,
How do you feel
tasty.
about Hawaiian pizza?
Hawaiian pizza?
Yeah.
Um, dude, it's my. I'm just like, I was gonna show him the pizza. I was like, how clean is my place? It looks clean enough. Camera. Okay.
So while we set that up, anyone who's a fan of Hawaiian pizza, if you make it yourself, uh, what you do is basically this is the greatest
Got
pizza. Oh, we got some face cam going on.
yeah, delicious pizza.
Okay,
I don't know why I said it like that.
we got a we got a really deep dish. He's
Yeah.
gonna devour that in one night.
Yeah. No, I'll save some for lunch. There it is. It's pizza. You've seen pizza before. Yeah. I was shaved. I look like I've been programming and doing nothing else, and that's pretty much accurate. Carry on.
Thank you for that. It's always an experience here in the Shobu Games official stream.com.org/gov. That's not an actual website. Don't go to that.
The pizza is like I think it was $12, and there's like a delivery fee. So
They include when most places. Well, is it a local place?
they're a small chain. They're not very big.
Okay. Yeah, usually smaller places they just like yeah they'll have a delivery fee. The other places usually just tack it on to the main cost. Can our engine handle hot plugging USB sticks?
Yes, it can handle it. Well, USB sticks. Oh, like you mean actual controllers? Yes.
Is that like
Um,
what hot plugging? Does that just mean like plugging it in and
yeah, and not having to restart the game.
okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we actually had a couple people bring at PAX their own controllers. We had someone with a Hitbox, someone with a USB Famicom controller, um, and it was pretty cool. They're able to just plug it in and hook it up for the game, minimal problem. It was really really interesting. Pizza character confirmed. Well, I mean the party is getting crazy, so I really don't know how a pizza character would work.
We're gonna cross over
Unless,
with Devil May Cry.
no, no, no. I was thinking Chaos Code.
Oh,
Bravo Pepperoni or whatever his name
yeah.
is. Which girl likes pizza more? Poco because she's more inspired by Dante. Like Poco's pretty Devil May Cry referential, like a lot of her moves and
Does she
stuff.
eat a meat pizza or is she vegetarian?
Why would Poco be a vegetarian?
I don't know. Just she's very pale.
How does that correlate? I'm very pale. You're very pale. We're not vegetarian. You're certainly not. You eat a whole crapload of steak.
Man, I should have got steak pizza.
Just toss a T-bone just right on it. I'd say it's safe to assume Poco likes pizza more. Although she's probably not a big eater, so. I think they actually, a couple places have. Okay, so I had a Buffalo's chicken pizza at this place once, and it was really, really good. But the Hawaiian pizza, I made my own Hawaiian pizza once, and I was, well, twice. Okay, so the first time I made it, I was really stupid. I mean, I made my own pizzas a bunch of times, but I was really dumb and put the pineapples on the Hawaiian pizza before I put it in the oven.
Oh,
And
genius.
it was, I did not, I didn't estimate the fact that pineapple, when heated, essentially becomes napalm, except for the part where it doesn't burst into flames. It just gets extremely hot. Like, insanely hot. I cannot
Oh,
comprehend to this day how hot pineapple gets. So,
so there's a question, by the way.
I'll go on.
Will the game have button check like Third Strike Online Edition? I haven't seen the button check. I actually have the game. I haven't used the button check in it. The game will have basically you press a button for that input and it activates. It's not like Capcom games where you have to scroll through a list. And you'll be able to do input config at the character select menu. Does that
Cool.
answer your question?
Okay, so apparently like Third Strike Online Edition. Yeah, I like I've always liked things like that where it's just really convenient, where you don't have to go into a bunch of menus to do something that should be really really easy to configure like that. So that's good. Yeah. So anyway, just tip: always put the pineapple on after you put the pizza in the oven. And another tip: the second time I actually put banana on as well as pineapple. And let me tell you, Hawaiian pizza with banana is the most delicious thing I've ever eaten in my life. It was really good. I definitely urge everyone out there who is an aficionado of Hawaiian pizza to attempt it at least once. Can Eri do a combo into the reticle? I believe he was doing some pretty crazy combos with
Yeah,
that
yeah. It
yesterday.
depends. I do want it to be combable into. Sorry, capable of doing a combo into. It will depend, right? Like how long the combo's been, and
I'm sorry.
yeah,
I like Shin's little loading screen tip.
yeah.
Loading screen tips. Apply pineapple after pizza comes out of
Okay.
oven.
See if I could do one. I've been adjusting the startup on the thing, so we'll see if it
The
works.
uh the screen got Zondatsu'd again.
Kazan Datsu, what does it get split up?
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know why it does that. I think it's XSplit thing. Hold on. Maybe it's. We'll see how it goes. Um. Well, it's like one side is being adjusted, the
There
other
you
side
go.
isn't. Yeah.
It's good now. Yeah.
Okay.
It
So
just takes a little. It just got to jimmy it a little, Just
yeah,
got to jiggle it so it works.
is the game running fast? Yeah, on the stream
Yeah,
it's.
it looks like it's
Give it a second. Let me restart it. I don't know what. Sometimes it does it on this laptop. I don't quite know why.
purple
Um,
modery.
yeah.
Another thing to just not show pause ever. You'll be like, keep it, she's perfect.
Yeah. So yeah, I'll try to do a combo into a combo or into the radical.
Radical, radical. That was the file name for it, by the way. When I made it up and I just called it radical, radical. So
Radical, radical.
everyone can enjoy my my brilliant names. Yeah, so there is a third character on the select screen. There's actually a fourth character too, but it just uses Poco select icon, so it's less
Yeah, it's Shin Poco, man.
shim. Yeah, no, it's Loco Poco.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that. Yeah, totally
It got
local Poco.
Zondosted again.
I don't know why is XSplit doing that to me. Decided that. Let me
Oh,
minimize.
no, 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 wait.
Well, you guys
There
will
we
have to,
go. Yeah, it's good.
you have to live for it with it for now. Okay.
It's good.
Yeah, so it's actually possible to do some combos into the radical. Yeah, especially on the
The
ground.
radical. The
Yeah,
radical.
radical. Sorry, radical dude.
Radical.
Yeah, so you can do it after uppercut because it has a lot of hits done. Yeah.
That should be our our little, like, how like in fighting games a lot, like it says a thing when you do a certain number of hits. Ours should totally spell out crazy. Like, so then the highest is, the Y rank. And but it starts off like C, and it's like cool, and then it's like R is like radical.
That sounds incredibly something something.
Something something. I like it.
That wasn't supposed to happen.
You don't smell your wing loss.
Your mother is a valued member of the community.
Wasn't that
She's very valued. If you know what I mean, hint hint. Wink wink nudge nudge.
Wow, really? We're really going there already? It's too late. Sonic, go to bed. Stream over. Go to bed. Oh, Clay Fighter. That is some nostalgia right there.
Yeah, everybody I talk to who don't really keep up with fighting games, they're like, "Oh, like Clay Fighter." I'm like, "No, I hate you. Go away."
No need to be elitist.
Clay, what is it? Clay Fighter 63 and a half?
63 and a third.
And a third, that's what it was, yeah.
Version. See, that title always makes me laugh because, just like the Super NES, everything was super whatever. And then for the N64, you had whatever 64. And Clay Fighter 63 and a third, that was a pretty good joke on that to have. I remember, there was a version of Clay Fighter that had Earthworm Jim in it. And
Oh
then
yeah, I heard about that.
really
Yeah.
weird. No, what's really weird is there was I can't remember if it was like Battle Arena Toshinden or something, but there was another game that got a PC port that was like a Japanese fighting game
Can I?
that also
Oh.
had Earthworm Jim in it.
So someone asked, "Can I do air dashes like Skullgirl with 2 buttons?" No, currently you cannot. I don't know if that's going to change. That's more of a Marvel style thing. It doesn't let me basically use 2 button presses for other things, so it's probably not going to be that. It's kind of a preference. Some people like it, some people don't. Usually in these kinds of games, there are not 2 button presses for dashes. Skullgirls is more like Marvel in that way, so that's why they have it. And that's the explanation.
Very good.
Yeah, we got a lot. We got a lot of people asking, like, "Are you gonna have 2 button dashes?" Currently, nope.
Yeah. I don't know. I always liked Tap Tap for
Oh, tap tap.
Tap
Yeah,
Tap.
it's just surprisingly so many people
What,
like
what would you call that? It's Tap Tap. Like
tap tap. Just forward
Tap,
forward 6644.
Okay. Well, I just called it Tap Tap because I like the Yoshi's Island enemy called
Yeah.
Tap Tap.
So yeah, 9-6 gets you instant air dash. I adjusted hitbox a little bit. Well, I don't know if I actually want that to be. If you have to, I want it to have to be a little far to do instant air dashes and overheads, so it's not like ridiculous. So it's not like in your face, you know. Otherwise, it'd be really good
Yeah.
if you could do it.
We were making some comments about that jump kick. Mega Man X after images.
Oh, you mean like Zero and Marvel vs. Capcom?
Oh, does he still have that in
The
Final
after
Fantasy?
image?
Yeah.
I mean that's super, right?
Oh no no no, not like that. Like when you dash in
Oh
Mega
yeah,
Man
yeah,
X.
he has
Yeah,
that.
it
I'm
just
pretty
leaves
sure.
like a an after image.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he has that.
Yeah, it's just like a visual thing, kind of like Akuma's
Yeah, I
teleport.
mean this game has after images, super jumping, and you can see them.
Yeah.
Raging Demon
How many combos to kill are you aiming for?
combos.
Well, I think he means like
Oh,
if you mean like 100% combos and stuff,
yeah, that's not gonna
no.
be. Yeah, generally like so combos will require meter and yeah. Let's say more. I mean, if somehow you got three really good combos off of a counter hit, you possibly will be able to kill. But like easy hit confirm combos, it'll be a little more. I'd say like 4 or 5. But yeah, things are not going to be like everything is not going to be an easy hit confirm in the game. Like if you really have to be in their face depending on the character you're playing, of course. But yeah, it's not going to be like Guilty Gear X and Core. Everybody did so much damage off of everything except Bridget. Poor Bridget.
Or Bridget. The only character that's like popular outside of the aspect of actually playing the game and
Yeah,
just well,
it's not the same with Skullgirls though. Like every character there.
I
Like
actually don't know which Skullgirls character is more popular.
yeah, I have no clue either.
Yeah,
Like
it seems pretty even. Like
yeah, I don't
across
know.
the
I don't know
board.
who's actually low tier in the game. It's like it's kind of hard because the game has 8 characters and it's team based. So
Yeah, yeah, but I actually don't know. Like it just even just as far as popularity goes. But Booger, I think Booger Man was in Clay Fighter. Can't remember. Apparently, Misfortune is top tier by accident. No comment on that. I think is
everyone else is good. IRC is top tier by accident. Yeah, I'm sure.
it's still just really cool actually seeing this new stuff in for. Like I'm still kind of
Yeah.
tripping out over these. Like, yeah. I will say I definitely do not think there's a problem with visually. Again, Paz was talking about like
Yeah.
using both weapons, and it definitely looked like she uses both.
Yeah, I think Past agrees after seeing it.
Yeah, that's the thing with that is interesting about again like action heavy games and doing the animation for them. Like it's really got its own sort of like I don't even know what you call it. Like I want to say metagame. I want to say there's metagame to animating for them, but that doesn't make any sense. But there's like things that don't really matter to the actual animation that are more play out in actual gameplay that you notice.
Hmm. Such as.
Well, like again, like when you see something combo into something else, how it flows. You know, it's like a move isn't there's not all the. I mean, we know this how there's not like transition states from every move to every
Oh
other
yeah,
move.
yeah, yeah.
They flow into each other just because of the nature of how the animation works, how the frames work, etc. And it's like it definitely is a hard concept to grasp if you're not used to it. And like if you're just having to go in on it, I mean, I know Paz like early on was having a little trouble with getting some of those concepts, and
Yeah.
in his defense, it is a weird concept. Like it's such an alien, stupid sounding thing that
Yeah, but it's the same for all video games if you're doing 2D animation, right? Because
yeah,
you can't do interpolation between keyframes.
yeah. It's just like when you have to wrap your head around that at first. It does sound very strange, but it does work out. First off, it's great because it's a lot less animation than you would think you would have to do, and it is
Yeah, I don't
just a
think I
weird
get this
concept.
combo to work. I could always make it work, but I don't want to, you know, make those changes yet until I get to test all this stuff. I don't want to make,
Uh,
huh?
so we have a couple questions. Will most combos end in hard knockdown? Is one of them.
So the design is you can either get a hard knockdown for most characters, or you can get damage, right? So, or damage plus trying to do some kind of reset. Um, you basically have to make the choice. For the most part, you will not be able to do damage and get a hard knockdown unless you use meter.
Yeah. And yeah, blocking is just hold back.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
down back and yeah, there's air
Yeah.
blocking and such. What other questions we have?
Something about super moves, or I think we answered the super move question earlier about the if it was about the invincibility and stuff. But
Yeah, yeah. If
uh,
you missed the early part of the stream, you should really go back and watch it, where I basically introduced Yuri's stuff. Avoid the part where we're trying to get the stream working. And I'll put this up on our YouTube page, and we do have a new YouTube page that's not my own personal page that everybody subscribed to. It's because we had the promo video up on that and everything. But yeah, we do have a new YouTube page, and actually I'm gonna link it so that we don't.
you're getting my scratch. You're getting my
Yeah,
scratch.
well,
No, it's good. It's good. It's
yeah.
good.
Hopefully it's here. I think.
I actually haven't said much in the chat lately, so I'm just
Yeah.
gonna uh,
If I can
do some
remember the
practicing.
the account. Let's see. I think. Yeah, I think for some reason Shobu Games was already taken. For some reason. But I don't know why. Yeah. So this is our account because someone took Shobu Games, and I may have done it at some point in my history. There's no videos up yet, but I will definitely post the
Yeah,
videos after that.
we'll get stuff up there, and um, I'll be sure to you know link to it too on my stuff. Um,
Yep. So, do we miss questions? I want to make sure I answer any questions people had in the most roundabout way.
wow, wow, you could already run for office. At least you're honest in your roundabout ways.
I think I answered this. Answer this. Don't seem to so far. Oh, are you in Europe? I guess you are in Europe, Kikimaru, or where would that be? Or Eastern Europe? I don't know how many time zones in Europe. Oh, Ireland. Okay.
A question about single color outfits rather than color swap.
What they ask?
I know I'm not really phrase that a little more clearly. The I'm not sure what you're asking.
Single color outfits.
Yeah, I'm not really clear on that.
Yeah, I'm not sure what he's asking either. Are you talking?
Um,
Are you talking about what they do? Huh?
I'll answer it like this. The alternate costumes are going to work the same way you'd expect them to work in any fighting game. like different palettes. Press punch and you get this color. Press kick and you get a different palette. It'll be very similar to pretty much every 2D fighter that's been out there. Yeah,
There will
so the
only
red
be,
tint, the
yeah,
red tint is just a temporary thing. Basically, arranging 2D images into an actual color set it's a thing. I'll phrase it like that. And because we didn't really have a set process for how we were doing placeholders until recently, um, trying to incorporate that thing would have been a nightmare. So we just have the little like effect of just tinting it red. And the reason it's so red, it was less stark looking before, but on in the monitor we did
I,
we used
yeah,
that at PAX. It was really hard to tell the difference just because of like gamma and all kinds of fun stuff. Because monitors are a thing as well.
yes. If they're not properly calibrated, and yeah, they do
Yeah,
vary a lot.
yeah.
Unfortunately,
So we ended up pretty much making like looking at it now. Oh my God, it is so red.
yeah,
But
yeah. Again, it's just there to tell the difference apart right now until we get the actual final animations in that we can do palette swaps with. The engine supports it. It's just that we haven't organized the palettes for the
yeah,
characters, so
yeah, because it is a thing.
yeah, we don't want to exactly start jumping on that until we got our palette layouts planned out, which I think we need to talk about a little more at some point.
Yeah, I have a preliminary test palette for
Because
Poco, which
cause,
is
yeah,
like
well, you know what I basically want to do, right? Is like have kind of standard organization of the palettes, like
yeah,
the character's primary color one goes here, primary color two goes next, and you give a certain amount of spots for the color, right? Because
yeah, yeah.
you have that all planned out, like how many values you're gonna have for each color, you know.
Yeah, pretty much
So
every and I well, I guess yeah. This is interesting information. So pretty much every color area is four colors. Like the
yeah,
skin is four colors. The black of Poco's coat is four colors. Her skirt is four colors, etc. The white on Poco is only three colors, just because there's not a whole lot of white area. So I wanted to, basically have extra color space. So for example, on Poco, her legs are a different color from her skin in the actual test palette I have. So you can do things like give her like different leg wear. It's not as intense as like well right now it's not as intense as like Yuri from King of Fighters 13, where she's got like all kinds of crazy stuff going on her legs. But
or
please
like
say Uri
yeah.
can have thigh highs. I will talk to Paz about that because organizing that would be really really easy. I know Paz likes the pantyhose. I like them too. But I'm definitely to me like the legwear is a really really easy palette trick that can
Mhm.
make color swap stand out.
So I heard,
Um,
yeah, I heard the animators spent a lot more time on Parasol than they really should have because Alex A had demanded that that character have all these palette swap options. Like,
yeah,
because like, does she have glasses and then she has like different clothing layouts and that kind of thing?
I'd say she's probably overkill for what I would do.
Yeah,
Definitely neat to see. Um,
yeah. It took so much
but
time for them to make that character because of that.
yeah,
That's what I've heard anyway.
yeah. But yeah, I definitely want to have like if a character is even like bare legged, I would like to have some sort of option for that, or like just because I think it's neat. It's a really cool way to make a color stand out, so it's not just like Uri and Red Uri, and then you can do cool stuff like palettes that reference other characters because people really like that. Um, any dudes in boxers? I prefer my men to have pants. Shirts are optional, but pants are usually going to be there.
You know,
These are the important questions, though. Or he looks fun. I'll tell Paz that you said that. That will make his day.
yeah. what I primarily do with these character designs, I try to make them fun for myself first, you know, and just try to come up with very interesting gameplay mechanics, and then adjust and balance from there. Like this reticle thing started out pretty broken at start because you couldn't hit her out of it. You couldn't. It didn't have startup when we released. It immediately went into the spinning wheel. It hit a bunch of times, and that was just kind of a proof of concept. And I'm like, okay, I'll keep it now, and then add balance options and that kind of thing. Like, of course, startup on it is a balance option that I could change, and yeah. Um, but yeah, I primarily want the characters to be fun first, and that's what I spend a lot of time doing. Because someone actually
Yeah.
asked how many hours we spend on the game, and I pretty much spend most of my evenings playing, working on the game. Because even if I'm not programming, I'm making changes to make sure every aspect of the game is just fun.
Yeah. And I swear when I spend hours playing, other games, I'm doing it for research purposes.
Same.
Quarter circle, half circle inputs. I don't think we have any half circles yet.
No, we don't have any half circles. The thing is, like, I don't want to have overlapping input, so you're not going to really have Dragon Punch and Quarter Circle on the same direction plus a button. Because I
Yeah.
don't want people to accidentally. That's very frustrating when you accidentally do the same. You do the wrong move, right? You're walking forward and you meant to do a fireball, but you do a Dragon Punch instead.
Yeah, and I actually did not realize that was so bad until I actually thought about it. I sat there with Kai and I was trying to make it come out, and I'm like, okay. And then I tried to make, a walking, go into a walk and then into a fireball. And after a while of being actually aware of it, it is extremely annoying. So
Yeah.
that's definitely
Oh
a
man, this is
design
dirty.
decision.
What I'm doing now. That's
Oh
just,
God, here we go.
I need to.
Oh, this is Paz. Paz just wakes up and he's like, I can feel it.
Yeah. He
Or he can
always.
do something broken. I need to be here.
He keeps demanding that she needs a full screen hitbox. I'm like, nah. Let's we give her
zero,
gravity
zero
squeeze.
frame, full screen grab. EX Demon Flip into another EX
Yeah.
Demon Flip.
Oh yeah, that was awesome. But
She'll have a 720 that whips into 720. Also a full screen, zero frame grab.
zero frame, yeah, zero frame raging demon, full screen, flip
She'll
into
be
flip.
she'll be able to distort real impact every single move.
Yeah.
Uh,
Actually, yeah. How will you prevent unblockables? Because they're killing Street Fighter 4. Street Fighter 4 unblockables are really weird. They're not really truly unblockables. They're like weird cross-up situations. The game has a little bit of cross-up protection to prevent that. Guilty Gear has the same kind of thing. Melty Blood has it. It's not actually that hard to do. It's just a timer between the period of when they cross you up and when you can't get until you actually get hit for blocking the wrong way.
Sorry, I'm a little quiet. I'm eating these spicy crackers.
Huh? That may be something to do with the way Street Fighter 4 has proximity block. I would have to look into the issue more. I'll have to talk to the guy who's doing the Street Fighter 4 remix hacks because I've talked to him quite a bit.
Yes.
But usually those are not like problems in games. Like Guilty Gear has unblockables with Eddie, but that's just like one character, and that thing's really easy to avoid design-wise because that character is completely designed to be that, right? Like Little Eddie does a low or does a high, and
Little Eddie?
yeah, yeah, I call Little Eddie and Big Eddie. So
That's so fun. Like, technically it's Eddie, and then the guy is Zato 1.
Zato is
But I like
dead.
that. Well, it's Zato 1's body.
Yeah, he used to be Zato one, but
Yeah. No, I like Little Eddie. I like Little Eddie a lot more. No. I can't throw a crumpled up plastic bag because it decided to uncrumple in air. The bag actually it air tacked on me. You know,
Air tags.
it was crumpled up and like it just popped up into a normal bag midair and just fell.
Right.
It
So
wasn't. It's like it's not made out of like that good plastic you can crumple up into a tight ball and like throw at your friend's head
yeah.
in like the cafeteria because you're an asshole to your friends.
All right.
I would never do that to my friends.
I think I'm gonna take final questions here. Um, so that we can go ahead and close off the stream. So it's nice, nice length, and we don't have to really. I don't want to edit it or
Yeah.
anything. 'Cause that's when I throw it up on YouTube. Um,
Kenju has one about the story. I think that's a pretty good one because we were talking a little more about that this week. I don't think we have to go too much about it, but just our like philosophy behind the story mode.
Story yet to be revealed. I'll tell you that.
Yeah. Well, do you want to say like how like some of the things we're thinking of doing? Like not like the mode sort of thing, but I mean just like
Yeah, I am talking to like a screenwriter here locally about it. How we can do the story mode and how it cannot be terrible.
yeah. So I think actually one of the first things I will say just about because again a lot it's not really written yet. There's nothing written yet, but one of the first things I said to Zynek was I want this to have a story mode. And you know one of the things we definitely realized is yeah, our focus is on this being a competitive game, but there is an importance on single player content in this sort of game, and the story mode is something a lot of people like. I mean, some people will never touch it. You know, some people will
Me.
only play the story. Yeah, like Zynek's the type of guy who doesn't touch the story mode in the game. I'm the kind of guy who I'll play it because I'm like if I don't spend a whole lot of time in training mode in games, which is bad. That's you know my fault, but I do kind of enjoy the story modes because they're another way for me to just you know to fight stuff, and it is cool to get to know more about the characters and such. So there is going to be.
Soul.
Yeah, I
like
agree with I agree with what Kukumar said. Yeah, story is important. Good characters are more so. It is going to be very character based. A lot of the conflict in the game is going to be based off of like you know characters' ideals clashing with each other, rather than say you know, early on we were talking about stuff just design wise. You know, anyone who's ever worked on something knows you talk about different stuff when you first start making things, and you know we did not want to have like a tournament story because those are just not very interesting for people to play. Like if there is a story mode for a fighting game, you don't want to just hear about how it's some tournament and these guys are going to fight, blah, blah, blah. It's not really interesting, but there is going to be a story mode that will be present, and again, we haven't worked on that yet. I would like it to be sort of kind of visual novel-esque, but not like a gigantic visual novel sort of thing.
yeah, I think we want to put more in the game than just a visual novel, right? Like we actually
Yeah.
want to have interesting single player modes that you can take advantage of all these things that a character can do.
Yeah,
Just do-
like I kind of liked Blaze Blues, but I felt like there was a point where it got annoying of having to replay, you know, to get all these different paths. I did like the fact that there were choices. P4 arenas I did not like because the story segments were just way too long, and it was cool getting. I played it in Japanese. I also played on dub of P4, so I'm not really familiar with the English cast, but it was cool hearing you know the fact that they did get the voice actors to do all those lines, but there was a there was a lot of story in the story mode of P4. So
You actually played through it?
I did not play through all of it. I played through most of Chie's story, and I can say there's a lot more story in P4 story mode than I would like to have.
Yeah, well, we only have a certain amount of time, right? Like, if we had all the money in the world, we could get
Yeah.
amazing writers and tell them make a billion
Well,
lines of dialogue.
Well, if we could, I just mean from a design standpoint, I don't think I'd want to do that. I agree. Tournament arcs are where stories go to die, unless you're Yu Yu Hakusho.
Yeah,
Because it's
yeah.
awesome.
Yes, the game does have Roman cancels in it, though we are not calling them Roman cancels.
They function a little differently. They're actually really cool. But
Well, the normal roaming cancels are basically the same, but then we have the false roaming cancels, right? That are like different.
yeah,
Yeah.
we
Um.
need a better name for them.
Yeah. Yeah. I've been kind of like, yeah, we'll have a better name at some point.
Greek
Uh,
cancels.
Greek
I like that.
cancels.
I like
Wow.
that. That's pretty good.
But then we couldn't call them GCs. Could be like confusing with guard cancels. I
Yeah.
which will have guard. I think we're gonna have guard cancels too. They're not in the game yet. Oh, actually, one point they were in the game. I just have to give characters a guard cancel, which I haven't given Yuri one. Let's see, what any other questions? Kind of right on.
FRC going to be strictly timed.
No.
Like,
So that's the thing about the FRCs in this game. Let me go. So FRCs in this game were kind of like Guilty Gear, where there's a very small window for it actually to activate, but the input itself is buffered. So if the yeah,
oh, we're gonna see some Poco.
so this is one FRC, and it's like really easy to do. It's not well. I'm screwing it up, of course, in front of everybody. But yeah, this one's pretty easy too. So basically, the input buffer is pretty large for it, but the cancel window is small. So you don't have to actually cancel it on the cancel frame. So as long as you input the two buttons, which in this game right now are the weak and heavy attack buttons for the FRCs, if you input those within the input buffer, it will activate. And that's only up to when the FRC cancel window finishes. So this is sorry, this moves FRC window. The cancel window is actually 3 frames, with the input buffer I think is 10 frames or something like that. Guilty Gear was tough because you had to press 3 buttons within
Yeah.
sometimes like yeah 3 window frames. I think some of them were shorter than that.
I could never FRC.
Yeah.
You start a round with meter.
No. This is training mode, so
Yeah.
yeah, you will have to earn meter.
Does meter carry?
No.
Okay.
Every match is a brand new match.
I like that. I prefer that, honestly. Look at all those Poco combos. I wish you were doing them on Uri instead.
I just
Oh,
did
but you
this
can't really. You can't kick. I don't think we can throw her yet, can we?
throw her Yuri.
Or, yeah.
Yeah, you drew the frames. We can throw
No,
her.
I didn't.
You
No, I
didn't?
didn't. I've not drawn a single Uri frame.
Oh. Or maybe past did.
Maybe.
What's gonna happen when I try to throw her? I think it's fine actually.
I'm curious to see.
Yeah. I just used the hit frame. I didn't.
Oh,
She doesn't have a special head slicing frame
yeah.
like everybody else
It's
does.
about the same height though. So.
Yeah. Yeah, so she can get better overheads on her.
This is so satisfying.
Yeah, I need to adjust her instant air dash height. I think it's a little high.
Oh, I still have to redo that suite. You know.
Yes, I told
If you
you.
have any ideas for the different kind of attack for that, you know, or like even just a range, and I can
Yeah, I already have the range set up. It's much shorter than it looks. Obviously, yeah. It's pretty small compared to the actual slice size.
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that was an example of an animation I had done without a real idea for what it was. So kind of. Oh, Fernandez does not still smoke. My reason for that is I know like the ESRB is really America's ratings are really weird with alcohol and tobacco and things. So I just got rid of that because I'm like it was a funny little quirk, but I'd rather not have to deal with like you know the game getting like an M rating because it makes it go over like a certain you know, and I doubt that would happen, but it was just something that I just decided. Give him Pocky. He's like oh my god, I just forgot her name. I feel awful. Red Madoka.
Okay.
Wow, I forgot the name of my favorite character from that series. I am the worst. I am a terrible.
Okay. So I guess I'm gonna cut it off here. Any last
Kyoko, thank you.
questions?
How did I
Oh,
forget that? Oh,
who?
I'm gonna go commit Sudoku for that one.
Yeah. So I think next time we'll do a stream.
I thought we were doing one tomorrow.
No, we're not. Are we? No, I don't
That's what
think
you
we are.
said before. You said we were going to do it tomorrow.
I think I meant tomorrow, as in when I said
No, you
yesterday.
said
Tomorrow.
Thursday. You said Thursday. You didn't say tomorrow. You said Thursday, and you said Thursday.
I may have said
on
Thursday, but
Saturday.
I meant Wednesday.
Okay. Well. All right. Well, if Potts gets up tomorrow.
Oh yeah, no. I just asked you, like, did you want access to Shibu Games so that you could possibly stream artwork?
Oh no, but you asked. You said that to us on Saturday, but I think he forgot it too because I asked him about it, and I remember you said it.
Oh,
But
so we did
he
we did it on Wednesday
yeah, that's
instead.
fine. And I'll answer that question here for the chat too. It would be impossible for me to stream any of my work on this current computer. I think it would be neat if I could definitely show people how I go through making sprites because it's a really simple process. But there's no way I could stream it on this computer. It would be awful. So maybe sometime in the future, but
Cool. Well, yeah. If you
it's
missed
the
our,
opposite of cool.
yeah, yeah. So if you want to watch the early part of the stream, it's going to be on Chibu Games. It's probably archived. Yeah, it should be archived. So you can click on it. I'll try to upload it to YouTube. But yeah. Anyway, thanks you guys for coming by.
Wait! You gotta do the. You're not pro enough yet.
What?
You gotta do the where you plug all the links at the end.
Okay, yeah, please follow us at Shibu Games on Twitter or Tumblr, Shibu Games also. Or just
my
find
links
us,
are slow. My links are slow. Hold on.
or please go to shibugames.com. If you came here, you probably have seen the link. So,
Wait! I have to be on time. My timing's so bad. Oh my god! I can't copy.
oh yeah,
Panic!
thank you, Kikimaru. Yeah, thank
Just in time.
everybody again for coming by. And we'll try to keep you guys as updated as possible. We don't want to spam your Tumblrs and Twitters, so yeah. Franker Z. Oh,
It's the dog face.
Okay.
I love the dog face. Dog face, no space.
yeah, but I'm looking at IRC and I just see Franker Z.
Yeah.
All right. Okay. See you guys later.
Yes, thank you, everyone.
What's that thing they do in talk shows where they keep talking even though the
Oh,
program's
where
about to
they
go off?
pretend to, where the camera pans out and they like,
Yeah.
they fake laugh and everything.
We can't.
Wasn't that-
The problem is we
wasn't
can't
that-
do lip syncing because
Yeah.
yeah.
Wasn't that Anchorman where they do the fake talk